I know that as I look around, some of you knew my grandmother, Marcella. She was buried here from this parish 10 years ago, this coming November of this particular year. But for those of you who don't know her, she spent a lot of years working at Yonkers Department Store in Dubuque. Lots of years. After she was widowed pretty young, she went and got this job. I think it was just at Christmas time, and she stayed for like 30-some years. So in the long Christmas season, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, when I was a kid, my mother would like to go out to the mall sometimes, and I would go with her, and we'd kind of usually walk through Yonkers and see if Grandma was working, and Mom would sit and visit with Grandma and such, and I'd look around at some of the different things around the store and different things, and it was always kind of quite interesting and quite fun. And there was one year, probably 35, close to 40 years ago, that she was working there, and Mom was talking to her and visiting, and there was this little kind of not really stuffed, but mechanical kind of reindeer type thing, and it had batteries in it, and you turned it on, and the thing would walk a little bit and make some noise, and it bob its head upside down, and even the light would start to blink and everything, and I thought this was kind of cute. And as one day when Mom was kind of visiting with Grandma, I was kind of playing with this, and I thought it was kind of interesting. I was younger. Wouldn't do that when I was this old, but and so there's kind of playing this little thing and all this, and lo and behold, that Christmas, Grandmother gave me that for a gift, this tiny little reindeer type thing. And it was really cute, and I remember that very, very clearly. And to this day, I still have that thing, and it still works. Can you believe it? It's hard to find C batteries. You know how difficult that is nowadays? But when I do find them, I put them in, and the thing moves a little bit. It's a little slower, and the light still blinks and everything. It is the greatest gift that I've ever received. And I truly do say that, And if you really stop and think about it, gifts that people have given you over the years, how many of them do you truly remember? I had to stop and think, Christmas, what was that, 2 weeks ago? What did you get for Christmas this year? Do you remember? It took me a while to kind of think. It's like, yeah, I got this, and I got this, and I got this. But I remember this gift that I received close to 40 years ago. It's a sentimental thing, it's who it came from, and all those different things. But it shows the power of a gift and how important a gift can be to us, the receiver, but also to the giver. But it shows really kind of the power and the connection that a gift can have. This Feast of the Epiphany is about gifts. This is really where our custom of giving gifts at Christmas time comes from, this particular feast. It's hard for us in the modern age to kind of think of how that can be because, boy, that Christmas, man, that was 2 weeks ago. We've really moved on from that, but here in church, we're still singing, and all the angels and the choirs and, the Come All Ye Faithful and all these different things, and our tree and our crib and all these different things that are still going on because Christmas is a season. It's meant to be celebrated. And what is the great gift that the Lord gives to us is the Christ child. And that's who the Magi come and seek, and they're come looking for. And it's a story that is really very profound because it's a story of how God came not to just the Jewish people, not to just the Israelites, but came to everyone. Those Magi were foreigners. They were strangers. They came from the east. They bearing these gifts. And it was a sign that Matthew was saying to us that this child is not to be just a gift for one group of people, but is a gift for everyone. And that is a profound revelation that the Lord gives to us. Epiphany means manifestation, being able to see, recognizing. The Magi recognized who Jesus was, even more than his own people. King Herod, fellow Jew, was greatly troubled by these events and what was told to him. In fact, if you keep reading Matthew's gospel, he was so troubled by the events of what the Magi were telling him when they were coming looking for this child, that when they deceived him and they went away back home by a different way and didn't tell Herod where this child was, Herod went on a rampage and a rage. And he slaughtered all of the children in Bethlehem 2 years and younger because he was so threatened by that gift that God had given to his people. The power of a gift is amazing. It's a great, privilege to be able to receive and to be parts of that great experience. I think it's also wonderful that as we come together today as a people, that we celebrate with this couple who celebrate the gift of their child. And we ask for God's Spirit to be with this child, Lewis, as he is welcomed into our church today. You look at your child, you probably wonder, what's he going to be like? Hopefully he sleeps through the night, right? It's probably the biggest thing. They're going, yeah, we really hope that. That would be a gift to them. But I think that's really kind of the manifestation of all parents as they look at their children with wonder and awe. What is the possibility? What is the potential that is here? That's the potential with all gifts. And that's the great privilege that God gives to us.